Epic Necron reveal. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Epic Necron reveal. Dun 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 dun. Oh, old codex. Oh, there's another old codex. Oh, new codex. Let's try this. Yeah. Alright, so Brian here. We're going to do some Necrons. My new Necron, well, my new old Necrons. Used to play them a while ago, and they've kind of just been in a bag ever since. So I'd march them across the board in phalanx and just teleport them back continuously. Worked out pretty well. Wasn't as big a fan of their playstyle, so I'm going to try out their new playstyle with the new codex and a couple new units. Picked up everything a little bit early instead of this weekend, so I actually already have some painted up stuff. So I'll go ahead and show you what list I'm running here. It's a 2,000 point list. I'm playing against Steven over there. He's playing with his new little bike army. And then what we got here is Trazyn the Infinite. I already was able to throw some paint up on him. It's not completed, but whatever. Then he's got the, we got one of the squads that he can court. So we got 3 lords in there. The lords have war scythes and res orbs. A little expensive to do that. And then 1 cryptek in there that's the Harbinger of Destruction, specifically with that solar pulse, so I can make it night fighting for a turn. And then Trazyn's caddy is going to be this barge here, or what is this called? A Ghost Ark. And he's going to have 9 warriors, those 9 warriors over there, riding around in that. We'll see how well that works out. We got 3 squads of warriors. 3 of them are going to be on foot with a lord apiece. Gonna just keep on walking with them, and those 9 are going to ride with Trazyn over there. We got a Ye Olde Monolith. Was working on painting that one up, so it's not fully put together. We got 2 destroyers in fast attack, which are fun because you can make them heavy destroyers in fast attack, so I'm using the old heavy destroyer models. I got 10 immortals down here, still in the troop options. I had to proxy 2 little warriors in there to toss them in, because while they're painted and whatnot, I didn't have 10. So we got 3 cryptek spiders, and then 2 squads of cryptek scarabs. One's 9 and one's 10, and they're going to be a hell of an annoyance. So we'll come back with Steven's list here in just a second. Alright, Steven, so
you might remember me from such battles as Dark Elder getting their ass kicked by Sisters of Battle.
Well, what we got here is your bike army that you just picked up and have been putting together.
Like a week ago or so?
Yeah, so there's a few things that are going to be proxied, but I don't mind. So
they're pretty obvious what they are.
Yeah, he's essentially doing Ravenwing with the standard Marine decks.
Yeah, because I just found out that they routed them.
Yeah, so
I have to look at that and see what I can do with it.
All right, so what we got down here? We'll start over here.
Land Spear Typhoon, standard boring junk there. 3 of them.
3 of them. See, those are invisible Land Spear Typhoons.
Yeah, they have the new cloaking field that I can tell you about.
All right, and then coming down here, you got 3 more, and then 3 more. All right.
I loaded up on those bad boys. We have the captain here with the bike. He's got a relic blade, artificer armor, and a very, very sexy storm shield.
Yeah.
Proxy, or converted from a Bretonnian shield.
Yeah, with some heraldry on there for
Ravenwing.
For Ravenwing. And then what we got
and we have
over here?
5 bike squads, 2 plasmas with a heavy bolter, 2 plasmas with a heavy bolter, 2 flamers with a heavy bolter, 2 meltas with a heavy multi-melta, 2 meltas with a multi-melta. And then these ones are the sergeants, the bases, and these 2 are the normal troopers. And the sergeants have combi whatever their squad is. So the plasmas have a combi plasma, etc., etc. And then the Meltas and the Flamer also have a Meltabomb because I need 15 points.
All right, so that's what you got, and we're going to be go ahead and setting up terrain here, and then rolling up our mission. We'll see how it works out. All right, new Necrons versus his new bike army.
New armies, woo!
All right, Steven, so we rolled up Seize Ground, 5 objectives, and Spearhead.
We have this curse where we always seem to roll Spearhead.
Yeah.
We played a couple of games off camera and we got Spearhead too.
So, he decided to go ahead and set up here. All of his flying bases of Invisible Wrath are
hidden in the back with their
back.
48-inch missile launchers.
And then we got all the bikes up front, ready to come in. He went ahead and won the roll for placing first, so that's why he's set up the way he is. And I'm set up with all my Scarabs in front.
Damage sponge.
And pretty much got my heavies in the back. Kind of got my Ghost Arc with Trazen and his 9 friends in the back. Got the Monolith over here on the side. I have the Spiders backing up the Scarabs here. Kind of have the Immortals in the building. So, well, okay,
no,
that's a 1 again. I never steal the initiatives. We decided a cooperative objective in the middle. So objective 1's in the middle. I got to place the first objective of number 2. It's back here next to the Forest. His number 3 was over here on this side, on the right side of the board, my right. His left. And then number 4 I placed on the other side of the Forest. It's almost exactly 12 inches away from the initial one. And then number 5 is back here between the Bastion and one of my favorite bombed out buildings. So we'll see what happens. It's his turn. We'll go do a report at the end of his turn. Okay, Steven, start shooting.
Top of 1.
Top of 1. End of top of 1. You moved up, and well, at the beginning of the turn I used my Cryptek to toss up night fighting rules.
Yeah, which was lovely.
Which actually saved my ass, I think, quite a bit. So
because I didn't move these up, so they were well out of 36.
Yeah.
And it's a high roll to get in range anyway.
Right. So you moved up, you flamed, you killed 4 bases over here total. 4 bases worth, so you did 12 wounds of Scarab damage. And it was literally probably half an inch outside of charge range.
Yeah, and he's got that Relic Blade, so he just eat through the Scarab swarms.
Yep. So these guys actually pretty waffled without the Necron BS actually too.
Well, they saw the Scarabs over there, and they hit with all their shots because they have Twin Linked. And then I rolled 1 wound through the forest, cover save. End of story.
With stealth and everything, and I rolled a 5. So yeah, even the multi-melta rolled a 1.
Rolled a 1 to wound.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, really?
So
Bolter drill.
These guys are moving up on the side flank here, and those guys are moving up on the side flank, and those guys are really hiding very well. Alright, Steven, so...
Read. It's good for you.
What we got over here is my Scarabs moved up, assaulted. That squad over there, I didn't do squad over there, but I did lose by 3, and since they're fearless, the Scarabs lost another 2 wounds, so I lost 5 wounds total in that Scarab squad. This Scarab squad, however, fared significantly better.
Took out my Melta-Gun.
Took out a Melta-Gun, and it only lost 3 wounds total in the process. It helps that the Spiders, before they went over there, added 2 to that squad, making it a unit size of 11, and it says in there specifically that it can go above starting unit size, which is wild to me.
Yep.
But
55 attacks.
55 attacks on the charge. And being fearless really helps. So
yeah, it's like, oh, maybe I'll win in sweeping advance through his 50-something wounds over there. And he's like, no, they're fearless.
2 destroyers back here, totally whiff-sword against his captain. His captain's now staring down my lord, who is not an independent character, so he cannot be singled out of combat.
But that captain's a boss. He shot the whole farm at him and didn't take a single wound.
Yeah, with 2+, he better not.
He does have artificer armor and a storm shield.
Trazen and his cohorts are coming around here on the side. They took a couple pot shots but didn't do squat. My immortals, however, standing still, were able to do some pretty good fair wounds to that squad. That's why they were so weeded out when
that's where all the damage came from.
Yeah, when the scarabs came in. And this lord is just moving up and ready to accept charges. Alright, Steven, so you just had your turn 2.
My turn 2.
And you did a total of how many wounds after reanimation protocols and everything?
3 and some scarabs, but they don't count.
Scarabs are sticking in it over here.
Yeah, they don't do enough damage for me to auto-break and run away.
They're essentially a giant just stopgap, which has been pretty good. I mean, that's what they were before, but for 135 points for that unit, because they were originally 9, that's been pretty brutal.
Yeah, because they're beasts, they managed to get all the way through all that. I didn't think they could.
Yeah.
So...
let's see, we have, over here, the surprise was these immortals. I rolled 5 animation protocols and 4 stood up, and that was on 5+, because the Cryptek does not have a res orb. So these guys had 2 fall down, they got back, or 1 fall down, they got back up. These had several fall down, had several get up.
Yeah,
honestly,
basically what happened was I got 1 wound there, 1 wound there, and 1 wound there.
Yeah, and I did 2 wounds to him with that lord and the extra dudes. So
with his 1 artificer armor save he had to make.
Yeah, from the actual just normal warriors did the 1 wound.
And of course he failed his storm shield, but you know, that was to be expected. And then these things moved, and they're actually what did all that damage on those immortals with their missile launchers.
Was annihilating them. Since it was 2 shots for each of those missile pods, it just...
I got 4 on targets, and there were 7 guys under there.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it was just slamming them heavily. So
these tried to crack your little barge over there with no effect.
Yeah, made its cover save on the 1 penetrating hit that would have brought it back down to 11 armor, which then it would have been pretty much good night for that thing.
Yeah, and then the 1 glance was a shaken, and of course he has some crazy Necron shenanigans to get rid of that too.
Living metal, or 2+, I just got rid of it, so... Alright, Steven, so that was the bottom of 2, the end of my turn. Scarabs over here, still in combat. I lost another base and a wound over here total after the fearless saves. Over here, I lost 2 and then reanimation protocoled them both up, and he didn't lose a wound, so he's stuck there. My monstrous creatures are moving up. They're kind of just lumbering towards something to maybe contest an objective or aid in close combat. I might charge some of these bite guys, but I'm getting them to a more attack-worthy position since my scarabs are kind of locked in combat. They couldn't get close enough over here where these scarabs broke free of combat, and they moved in the way of these bikes. And my barge is moved over here and is staring at that objective with tasering in there.
And you'll notice the Melta squad is missing.
Oh, yeah, let's see, this squad, and my monolith fired at it. They were just in range for the particle whip, and I hit dead on. Top of 3.
Killed some stuff. I'm very proud of myself.
Yes, you managed to keep 4 warriors down over there. Yeah. You killed a whole bunch of bases. Well, 3 bases.
Yeah, with my plasma guns over here.
Yep.
Instant death. Screw your 3 wounds.
Yeah. You immobilized my monolith.
Yeah, I was hoping to weapon destroy, but you know, I'll take what I can get.
Yeah. You killed a base over here. And you killed 1 spider with a volley of missiles.
Some crack missiles.
Yep.
Cracked them open.
I did end up defeating your captain.
My valiant captain.
In close combat.
He fought to the last. But he took 1 of them down with him.
Yes.
So it's pretty much a fair trade. Because you gotta figure each Necron, after they get up like 4 or 5 times, is worth like about 60 points or something.
Alright, Steven. So that was the end of 3. That's the actual end of 3. Going into turn 4. Your turn 4.
Right.
My spiders moved up and assaulted our tomb spiders. Or the canoptic now is what they're called. They assaulted that
They're tomb spiders.
Yeah. They assaulted that squad there. the plasma squad. Is that what it was?
Yeah, plasmas.
Okay, and kind of ate it. Monstrous creatures.
Yeah.
Are gross.
Power weapons.
Yeah.
The thing is, I chose to auto fail, but he managed to catch me on the sweeping advance. So
he had to take 4 more wounds, and they each failed 1. So there was a attack bike and a plasma bike left. Yeah. So they're moving up, and I moved up in there, shot a bit over here.
Off a couple of my
plasma
and the sergeant.
My spiders. My scarabs, I was going after those land speeders, but I had remembered I went to ground before, so I had that one base still alive. And so I was standing up this turn, is what that was. So that's why he's not going after them, otherwise I totally would.
Right.
Moved over here because I used the gate over here to move them up in the gate, and I rolled a 1 on my run. So I tried to get away from each other. We'll see how that works out. These guys, they rolled a 3 and then a 1. And once again, I was short with the destroyers. Monolith tore apart a bike over there because it failed its cover save from the particle whip. So Monolith is still in the game and still very menacing. A note over here: I moved the spiders up to threaten his speeders, so he's gonna have to probably move them.
Run away.
And because you don't want monstrous creatures attacking your speeders.
No,
that's
really.
just crunch. And over here, the Battle of
Hero Squad, as they've been come to know.
Yeah.
Because they take out a base of scarabs every turn, but they don't take anything back. They are gods among men. The Emperor protects.
Yes. The scarabs I've determined that they've really earned their points. They're massive bog. Being beasts is a great boon. They're worth their points through and through all the time.
Yeah. The thing is
if I was actually winning the combat over here, he could choose to auto fail and run away.
Right.
But I'm fearless, and I don't even hurt him. So
right.
I just keep bogging him down.
I keep hitting him, but he won't break, and I can't sweeping advance.
Right. So right now I'm just trying to keep on that objective.
Which makes Scarab Swarms stupid.
Right. I can't capture that objective, that's for sure, but I can certainly bog the hell out of him. Top of 4 ends. Steven kind of just did a few minor moves.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot to move anymore. This is the graveyard.
He did the very ballsy, I'm moving up on top of the building with land speeders maneuver.
And a squad, so they would have been dead.
Luckily, he didn't roll any 1s. He did move over here, his land speeders off to the side of where those spiders were, and moved those land speeders over here, and then moved turbo boosted
the bikes away from this bad shit.
And so he is now, he killed these canoptic spiders, and then didn't do anything over here to any of these guys, but he did kill another base of scarabs. So we're going into the bottom of 4.
I also wasted like 12 crack missiles taking out these tomb spiders. But
yeah.
They are gone now, so my land spears are in the clear.
Alright, Steven, so this was a massively eventful assault phase.
It was a weird turn. Weird turns.
Alright, so I took out one of the guys flying up high with a heavy destroyer. I gave him a 5+ cover save through the forest there. And he rolled a 2, I think.
Yeah, I rolled pitiful.
Yeah. It, flew out of the air, got destroyed. Trazen and his squad came over here. They really want that objective.
Yeah, I think they can have it.
Yeah. The assault barge is moving into attack formation. It shot at this squad over here and actually killed one. This squad over here shot at it and actually killed one too, so it's a lone biker.
The expendable guy lived.
Yep. No Melts in there anymore, thank God.
Well, that was Plasma.
Or Plasma Squad. Let's see, they moved up and ran terribly. They might as well have slow and purposeful. This squad moved in to secure the objective, and Monolith shot its particle whip and was not in range of anything. So the highlight was the Scarab base.
Managed to assault.
Managed to assault.
And it hit.
And actually hit and actually wounded. So it
wounded.
didn't. Yeah, it wounded. It actually did 1 armor all around to 1 guy. So it's
Less armor.
Yeah, he has a 999 now.
Like I said, those things have taken like one hit so far.
Yeah.
So I'm not that worried about it.
And then down here, my Scarabs actually managed to kill something this turn, and
I only killed one thing. It's like, so, I'm not going to break and then eat a particle whip by the end of the game.
Yeah. he's forlorn about that.
I'm totally forlorn. But I saved the 3 important ones this time.
Yeah.
The normal biker died.
Alright, so I reduced his attacks by 1 over here. Thank goodness, it's finally coming to fruition, my plan. Alright, so we're going to turn 5 here. Steven, rock it out. Alright, Steven, so end of the top of 5, and...
it's a very eventful turn.
Yeah, you actually killed a whole squad with the Lord just standing there. Just
like, hey guys, where'd you go?
Yeah, let's see.
Here.
Yeah, he absorbed 2 heavy bolter rounds that kind of just whiffed to the side. So he didn't even have to fall down.
Yeah.
The whole squad fell down, so they can't try to come back.
One of my missiles drifted over here, but didn't do anything.
Right.
And then I shot my missiles over on those silver guys and took out a couple. One of the missiles almost drifted onto the Lord, but it was like half an inch short.
It was an explosion that he didn't look back at.
And he's not nearly cool enough to pull that off. I'm sorry.
He's coming over here to help the bike squad. I think he is cool.
And the bike squad
did 1
I punched. Wound? I did 1 wound, but he made his armor save, and then
I did 2 wounds back, and he made his armor
saves.
So
the Space Marines are getting tired. They've been punching beetles for like 30 minutes now.
Well, it's going to be my turn here. Oh, he did kill 1 destroyer over there.
Oh yeah, my missile
drifted
onto the destroyer.
Failed armor saves and
failed resurrection roll.
Failed resurrection. So, all right.
Those things are still staying over there.
God, they're still running. My turn, and we'll go to.
And last thing, this bike is hiding around here.
Yeah, it's contested.
He's barely within range of the objective.
Getting the objective right there. I don't know, that Scarab Swarm might have to go after him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what's going to happen.
Alright, so here we go. We're going into turn...
bottom of 5.
Yeah, bottom of 5.
See what happens.
So, the end of 5.
End of 5.
And I assaulted your dude over here.
Yep.
And I knew you wouldn't be able to kill him in this turn because you only had 1 attack. So that's the only reason I assaulted. Otherwise, I would have stayed out and, just contested. But
right.
Anyway, my Lord charged in and is him-hawing at the guy at the...
Yeah, he killed 2 of my guys, and I directed my attacks at him because I knew that I would lose because he's kind of tough and I don't have any power weapons. But he'd probably take out 1 of my guys, which allowed me to auto-run.
But then I
didn't make it quite far enough because he was behind me.
Yeah, I was able to keep up with him, and I'm just chasing him for now.
Yeah.
Make sure he runs again. So we actually decided not to play out this 6th turn.
We simmed it a bit. I would have killed his Scarab Swarm and consolidated onto this objective. I rolled to see if there would be another turn, and there wouldn't be. We're just kind of simming it out to see if it was even worth it.
Because I'm holding this objective,
this one is
3.
completely out of question for me. This one, I could get my attack bike over here, and he'll probably get owned. And this one, in 2 turns, I can get some speeders over here, which will probably also get owned because you can glance with all the stuff.
And then I have Particle Whip City over here.
Oh yeah, and that thing's still alive. Well, I might be able to take that out before you get there. But it's a non-winning battle at this point. So instead of going for kills, I said, screw it, let's play another game.
Okay, so Steven, thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
And we'll play again.
The land spears worked out amazingly. All I had to do was pretty much back up, move forward a little, back up a little, try and keep out of his rapid fire range, and just launch missiles. The first 3 turns of the game, I forgot about the heavy bolters.
No, the first turn, there was night fighting.
Yeah, so I probably would have gotten him anyway.
And then second turn is when you got moved into range, because I was outside of range on 2nd turn with my 36-inch range right here as well.
And then 3rd turn, I remembered, and
that's when you started lighting me up,
No, and then I forgot, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
And then the 4th turn I remembered, and I started killing things left and right.
So don't forget your heavy bolters, folks.
Yeah,
write it on your hand, okay?
Heavy bolters are good. I mean, I did get a few off before then, like with my bikes, but they didn't do anything. But yeah, the heavy bolters definitely made killing Necrons
Immortals
viable.
are actually 3+, so heavy bolters versus them wouldn't have mattered nearly as much.
It'd still help.
Yeah, it would help.
Wounds
Extra wounds always helps.
And more shots.
More dice.
Throw dice. Throw dice. I didn't know or think about the beasts coming through here because the Scarabs are beasts now, and they tied up my Meltas,
right, and
which was brutal.
With fleet since they're beasts, and then
Yeah,
the 12-inch
like,
/ double charge range. If you're
19-inch threat range on that.
Yeah, a minimum of 19-inch, and then in open terrain.
Right.
And then a maximum of 24. So.
Yeah, I forget my heavy bolters.
Yeah.
Which brings me to his army, which is Necrons. I hate Necrons. He made ridiculous on his resurrection rolls. So that definitely helped, especially when I wiped up half of these and he got almost all of them back.
The Immortals.
The Immortals, yeah.
And then Trajan's scary. Just the thought of him.
Yeah, because apparently he wounds everything with the same name, no matter equipment.
Yeah, so he stayed away from Trajan.
Yeah, I managed to kite him away. This thing took a few pot shots at me. The Scarabs are nasty. If you're playing Necrons, you pretty much have to take them. Their damage sponge is ridiculous. I mean, I could have taken a Power Fist, but the reason, which would destroy them, but the reason I don't take Power Fist is because I don't want to win combat.
You want to run away.
I want to lose like 1 or 2 guys and then run away, automatic regroup because I can get away because I'm faster, and then turn around and Melta / Plasma / Flamer you.
Right.
So that's part of the reason they got stuck in there so badly against
they're
monsters.
fearless.
Yeah, and they're fearless, and they have 3 wounds. But out of the 33 wounds, I hacked through more than half of them. So. Come on.